Hi, my name is Den Lennie and I have been an early adopter of the FS100 and FS700 from Sony. And in February 2013, Sony asked if I could put together a film to be shown at NAB. So I happened to be in the US doing some workshops and I got talking to Bruce Logan at ASC, who had met the previous February at the Revenge of the Great camera shootout. Now Bruce is also a very accomplished writer-director, so he came up with a story. We had to shoot the film exclusively on 3 cameras, the NEX EA50, which is like a shoulder-mounted FS100, the FS100 that I used of course in the Revenge of the Great camera shootout, and the NEX FS700, another camera that I'm very familiar with. The story is about a guy, Boheme, who is an artist. He's a bohemian and he goes to the seaside to paint. And he's cycling his bike along the promenade one day when he gets knocked off his bike by 2 girls in a car. It's a charming, light-hearted love story with a strong nod and a homage, if you like, to Jules and Jim and the French New Wave of the 60s. So what I'm hoping to do in this production diary is give you an insight to some of the processes we went through to get the film to the point it's at now. I just want to go back to pre-production and walk you through the process we went through. We had a very short amount of time. So Bruce conceived the story around about the 10th of February. We submitted that to Sony in Japan. I then flew back to the UK, went straight to Sweden to do some more classes, and while I was there, Bruce and I started talking about how we might be able to make this film. So the challenge with this is the ambitious nature of the project. We've got locations in Piccadilly Circus and artist studios in London. All of these things cost money. And we're not making a student film here, this is a commercial production. So we've come out to Southend, which is about an hour outside of London, to do a location scout. We're using the EA50 for that because a couple of reasons. One is it's got a really good 16 megapixel built-in stills camera with a shutter so you can actually take proper stills. But also it allows me to just get an idea of focal lengths because of the power zoom that's on the camera. So it's a really useful tool not only for shooting the film with itself, but actually also for this location scouting. What we're really doing today is trying to just locate the different locations that Bruce has in mind for the script. He arrives in the UK tomorrow. So talk me through what are you looking for as a director when you I mean I've already done a scout. Talk me through what you've seen already, because I obviously sent you some pictures.
Yes, well it's very different when you get here. So you can see the pictures and you can see general areas that you like, but until you get here and you see the specific angles, you never really then it becomes very specific about what you're actually going to see in the film. Really what we have is we have a general outline of the story that we're going to be doing, and now it's time to get very specific about it. Yeah, so right here where we got the multiple breakwaters all stacked up on one another, and the beach huts. So if we're on a long lens right here, it's really a beautiful picture. You have to divide the day up into, okay, we're going to be here and we're going to shoot this exactly here. So this is where the rubber meets the road, and we're actually going to figure out what we're going to do on an hourly basis every day. Lovely late afternoon light right there on the platform. So I wonder how often the trains come here. There was a train about 3 minutes ago, right, when we first got here?
If you get great locations and put great cast into those locations, so you have great performances with great locations, the rest kind of magically happens. Now we employed a casting director and they went and did the initial stages of casting for us, where they saw 20 or 30 different people. Those videos were then sent to Bruce and to me, and we kind of narrowed down a group of about 15 people we wanted to see again.
Well, so here we are at casting. We have fewer actors here than I would normally pick, but I'm seeing them together in threes and I'm trying different combinations of them, and this is the time when I get to see what I've written actually come to life with the actors for the first time. So I hope it works.
Tell me what you think. Is this our cast?
I believe it is. I believe our cast is sitting right here. We're actually working. You very rarely get to see a cast working with each other, but basically we had very few callbacks and we just mixed and matched them until we got the right look.
So we're 6 days away from filming our first scene. It's very easy to become completely overwhelmed by the amount of work that goes into just making this short film. But I've got tons of spreadsheets on the go, and I just find that by listing everything down and every single detail on this spreadsheet, I've got locations, camera department, miscellaneous, daily cash spend, visual references, casting and crewing. So thanks for stopping in again, and next time hopefully you'll see us, we'll be on location.